Everyone's talking about it. So apparently this guy had a moment in roulette, called the other guy an asshole, and the one guy wouldn't use AOEs as a tank. Dude, you know what happened? He ended up making a video. For context, this is the post that was made, right? And I think if you watch Xeno's video, you probably see it, but basically, here's what happened, right? The Sam's like, stop running. Summoner's like, guy needs to provoke. Please use area effect attacks. It's not his fault you're impatient. I'm sorry, what did you mean by that? You've pulled ahead of him this whole dungeon. That doesn't dismiss the fact that Ren is single targeting in a pack pull. And yet, I haven't died during a pull, and I pull more aggro than you. Get over it and quit crying. It's his first run in this dungeon. We're in the last endgame dungeon of the latest expansion. Your friend doesn't know how to use his AoE skills. Wah wah wah. Elitist is sad because newer player isn't up to their expectation. And what's this bit? What's this bit about pulling more aggro than me? I literally died with a couple of packs. It's kind of crazy, dude. It goes on and on. Newer player, we're at the endgame dungeon here. It is purely insanity that you want to defend your friend's griefing gameplay rather than seeing them improve. You really are toxic. I know who you are. Oh, he pulled the I know who you are. Call me whatever you want. I want to see others do better instead of what you do. Xeno wannabe. Do better and be better. Get banned, asshole. Get banned, asshole. Dude. Asshole. You get banned. Dude, and you know what's crazy? He ended up making a video. Ended up making a whole video about this. Here's what he had to say. So this is the samurai, the guy that's defending the tank.
Hey everyone. I have a story for you all
Here's
today.
what he had to say
I've
about
officially
it.
made it in Final Fantasy XIV. I've been called an idiot by the one and the only Xeno, Alninio himself. So Xeno, if you're seeing this, I'm honored, even though you were misled a little bit. That's okay.
I'm pretty sure there's nothing there that's misleading at all. I think it's very clear what happened.
The idiot samurai that called main tank an asshole will share some details that you didn't know when you reacted to his tweet. First things first, let's clear up a few things. Number one, I don't personally know the tank from the incident. I queued for expert and got the party I got. Number two, I am an idiot, but not for the reasons you think. Now let's talk about the incident in question. I load into the instance and I noticed the tank is new.
I don't know why he's defending bad gameplay. I don't get that. If you're not using AoEs in dungeon as a tank to pull aggro, you're playing tank wrong. It's very simple. As a tank, you use AoEs to get aggro. Very simple concept. A lot of people do this.
A single pull, and when I noticed, I thought, whatever, and killed whatever he pulled. Personally, this never bothers me. I just want to get my tomes. First forward to the first thing I said to main tank and the screenshot posted. Tank died during a boss fight, and main tank had aggro. Why does he have aggro over a samurai when he played summoner? Well, I know he had a savage weapon, I don't. I'm pretty sure I saw him use raid food in a pot, but I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me. Anyway, he started running around the boss arena, and because he has aggroed the boss...
Well, if he's not AoEing, he doesn't have aggro of all the mobs. So naturally the mobs will start hitting the other players. Hall of Novice should be mandatory. Yeah, and that's the thing, Peepos, is like the Hall of Novice in the game actually teaches you these things. The command is unavailable at this time. Oh, because I'm on a party. But anyway, I've done all the roles. So healer, tank. It's very, very precise. So I know for a fact it tells you what you need to do to hold aggro. It teaches you everything. It teaches you the fundamentals. You're gonna tell me that level 90 content, level 90 warrior doesn't know this basics that a level 15 would know before entering Sastasha dungeon. The game tells you. It actually incentivizes you to even do it in the first place.
was running everywhere.
Before you even enter your
because
dungeon.
I kept trying to
Your
hit the
first
boss,
ever.
and my Jatsu cast kept getting canceled. So that's when I told him to stop running, and then he replied, "Guy needs to provoke." The tank was up at that time, but I didn't pay attention to what they were doing because I kept having to move and time my cast right since a certain someone was still moving the boss away from all of it.
He needs to talk about the AoE part. He's not gonna say it's wrong. He's not gonna say it's wrong.
But for all his talk
'Cause it's
about
right.
playing optimally and being...
Notice how he didn't make that? He didn't point that out? The part where he said, please use AOE attacks.
better. Main tank didn't seem to understand that moving the boss away when you catch aggro helps no one, especially not yourself. And especially not your melees. On to the rest of the conversation he showed on Twitter.
What?
And especially not your melees. Catch aggro helps no one, especially not yourself. And especially not your melees. On to the rest of the conversation he showed on Twitter. Main had been pulling ahead of the tank, whereas the healer and I stayed with the tank, hence why he died. He also assumed that the tank and I are friends. It's at this moment I realize who I'm dealing with. A content creator and raider that's probably got more hours and clears than me, but I don't care. An asshole is an asshole, no matter what they have accomplished. Now I'm an idiot because I should have just not said a word the whole instance. And
An asshole's an asshole, dude. An asshole's an asshole.
Austin laughed at accomplished. Now I'm an idiot because I should have just not said a word the whole instance. And
Yeah, this whole video is just in such bad taste. It's obvious that he wants attention out of this. Like, this whole thing wasn't a big deal. He's wrong. He's just not willing to admit it. Everything that main tank has said about using AoE attacks and keeping aggro, that's just basic FF14. I mean, are you crazy?
watched and laughed as he died.
How is
pulling ahead
this
of the
even an
tank.
argument?
I'm also an idiot for misspelling Xeno. Granted, that was during the final boss fight and I didn't want to mess up my rotation just to throw something at the guy. I also probably should not have called him an asshole in chat. That can get me in trouble with Square Enix, so big whoops on my part there. Personally, I would have been fine letting this whole thing be just another funny
Asshole.
duty finder.
But earlier in the video, he said, hey man, I don't care. An asshole's an asshole. And now he's like, man, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Story amongst friends. But Main Tank decided to post screenshots without context,
But you literally said it in the video, though.
and now Xeno has reacted to it and called me an idiot, which I do deserve to some degree. So in response,
To some degree, I deserve it. Just to some degree. This guy,
Main
I
tank.
can't.
you're an asshole, and I don't apologize for response. Main Tank, you're an asshole,
He called
and I
the
don't
tank an
apologize
asshole.
for saying it the first time now. Mostly because you decided to air your grievances online, and now it's gotten attention it probably shouldn't have. Not that you probably care. Also, I'm sure you didn't do that just to see what would happen. No, you surely didn't post that for attention, did you? No, you wouldn't do that. Yeah, you did. You totally did. Thankfully, I'm not scared of you, Xeno, or anyone else in this
This is
community,
stupid.
or what they think of me. Xeno, you're mostly blameless. You're just reacting for the content, and I get that, man. It's fine. Also, it's a bit of an honor to be called an idiot by you, so thanks. I'm actually a fan of your content, and I like how you mentioned how you would have reacted in the whole situation in his shoes instead of how he reacted. So, in closing, here's just a few things about me. I am pretty much a very
hear it.
mediocre casual raider. That's pretty much it. And when I queue for duty, I personally don't care what the tank does.
Hasn't he posted it for purely for attention as well? Well, who are we talking about?
I just want to get it done. I've done instances where I was the tank on Samurai. Was it a pain to clear? Yes. But you know what? We still clear faster than me and some of my friends do, acting like complete idiots. Me and friends almost ran out of timer because we took so long clearing a Shadowbringers endgame dungeon because we were just being dumb and killing each other left and right. And you know what? The run...
It's different when you're with friends. In a setting with friends, you may not give a shit, but that's like an absurd amount of time. Are you saying that this amount of time is acceptable when queuing up in duty roulette? Is this what he's trying to lead towards? Because it is far from acceptable for a whole dungeon to last this long. People are so okay with people being shit.
run where I had to be at...
They're so fine with it. It's fine. You know, you're not AoEing the mobs. It's fine. It's fine.
tank.
Like, they're just okay with it.
I still cleared that faster than when me and my friends were being idiots and trying to kill each other left and right. So you know what?
In a friend
Just
setting, it's
suck it
different,
up,
though.
get the duty done, and move on. Main tank could have saved so much trouble
Yeah, get the duty done, move on. Yeah, it's only gonna take 80 fucking minutes. What is this guy cooking?
by keeping his mouth shut and just going, whatever. But he decided not to do that. Now, granted,
Because the
I
tank was playing wrong. He simply gave him advice. He wasn't even rude about it at all.
probably shouldn't have reacted, but it is what it is at this point. And now, here we are. Me reacting to Xeno reacting to Main Tank, who is still an asshole.
I think this is literally the worst response you can think of. What's up, by the way, Rec? It's just like weird because I don't even consider this to be an elitist thing at all. Because he mentions here that it's an elitist. Elitist is sad because newer player isn't up to their expectation. This is stupid. Using AoEs is not an elitist thing. You learn this before entering Sastasha. Before you enter your first dungeon, you are using AoEs. What is he yapping about? I don't get it.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And do all the cringe things that I'm about to mention to you, like, comment, subscribe. And drop me a follow over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Rudrake to see the Idiot Samurai raid and play other games. Until next time, God bless.
There it is. So even in the video, he still calls him an asshole. I mean, is whatever. Damn. The delusion is real. I hate when people defend bad gameplay. They defend it because, we're accepting, we're accepting of all types of players and all that. But that guy was simply telling him to use AoEs. It's not even that big in a roulette. It's not that serious. It's very simple. I don't even consider any of this rude here. And it's kind of weird in the beginning of the video, he mentions that Xenos was misled because Xeno reacted to this and he was misled. I think it's pretty obvious what's happening. It's very clear. There's nothing that's misleading here at all. Guide in AoE. You have no excuse not to AoE in dungeons. There's no excuse for being a jerk either, but we don't like talking about that now, do we? Oh, this guy. Wow. Wow, there it is. This is just such a this is from such an emotional perspective. No excuse for being a jerk. What is he even talking about? Oh my god, dude, there's so... How many comments are there? I'm really sorry you had to go through this. It must be hard going through life as a lobotomized... I don't know what that word is. I hope it's not too bad. Free from the burden of critical thinking and self-reflection. Praying for you. Holy shit. Yeah, this video, it's in bad taste. I don't really understand why he would even do this video. Why he would even make this in the first place. But yeah, that's been what's been happening, at least recently.